Alright. Before you pull out any pitchforks, hear me out on these points. I think that for the most part, it's been a good few days. I've had a bunch of time to marinate with my one and only Aizawa in the way of using this character in an insane amount of matches. And after all of this time, I thoroughly will say that I give up. Now again, you're going to be wondering, why is he saying this? And before, again, you whip out the pitchforks, be like, I'm gonna take this guy down. Here we go. I'm after him now. Hear me out. I think that Aizawa is an actually very well-made character. I genuinely think so. I think that he, for the most part, is supposed to be a combo-based character, and if you don't know how to use him, well, simply, you got to get better combos. That's what it is, right? That is what he is. Sadly, the reason that I do not want to use this character anymore is because he is the perfect textbook definition. Like, if I open up, like, a dictionary, I am going to find under the word inconsistent, Aizawa is going to be placed there. Because, oh my God, this man's will have his triangle, his special, whatever, work one time. And then 99% of the times, absolute fumble. Like, bro, he cannot get his stuff together and absolutely do anything. It is very annoying. And I gotta say, for the launch, in the first launch character, they dropped the ball here. They did. Now, again, if you're saying like, oh, Aizawa was just bad, no, he is not bad. I genuinely think that he is a very good character. And I've had a lot of matches where we've won so well because Aizawa is such a good character in stopping people from running, which is one, which Froppy really does kind of tank out if you're going against Aizawa. If a Froppy is there and a experienced Aizawa is on the battlefield, that Froppy is done for. Bakugo can still run away with his triangle and his special. For the most part, All Might getting a little bit more neglected also because of the fact that he exists. And I do think the Mount Lady is just a sitting duck. She is a massive target, and Aizawa blocks those skills. He is such a good contender for a lot of things and a lot of teams, and he really is sort of a meta character. The sad part is he just released with too much going on in the aspect of bugs, right? Some of his things are very inconsistent. I don't know why his kick also exists the way it does. I do think that for the most part, I've managed to kind of do a lot of testing with the aspect of combos, being like you melee, you cancel, and then you go into the L1 ability, the Gamma ability, or just go into switch the other ability. Like there's many combos that I've come up with, and I think that for the most part, he very much is one of the hardest characters to master when it comes to combos. I know that Ida exists, and all the Ida mains are going to jump on me in the comments for that too, but I think that Ida is very much up there. He is a very difficult character to kind of get to the hang of and really get to master. And I think that Aizawa was kind of right next to him, and if not a little bit more, on the aspect of mastering his entire set. So I don't think he's a bad character by any means. I think that he's a great character. Again, I really think that he is just way too inconsistent right now, but he is fun. I really do like the playstyle that he actually incorporates into the game, and I do think for what he released to be, I do like him as a character. He genuinely is not bad. So people just saying that he's bad, that definitely is sort of a skill issue. But it is also true that he's just buggy, and that's why he gets slandered so much, and why he consistently gets called bad. Because it's like if 8 matches, and out of those 8 matches, 6 matches that Alpha did not trigger properly, where you just let go of the wall, or another very stupid bug, when the person is like slightly midair when they jump and you hit them with the tape, they bounce back, and it's like, that didn't do anything. I just wasted the whole shot, and it's so useless. It's like the worst thing that can happen, right? For other characters, that hit will do damage, all right? For him, it won't. Froppy will do damage when she hits you with that. Here, I think they got also implemented where if you tap them with it, you'll do a little initial damage and nothing more beyond that. Because, God, it is so annoying when you hit somebody, and instead of rather wrapping them or you projecting yourself to them, it just knocks them back, and it doesn't count for anything. And it happens so often. It was happening to me on one of the main lobby screens, so I'll show it to you here. And this happens often in the game, actually, right? And it's so freaking annoying. So I don't know why that is the case and why that does happen. I don't know if I even have that gameplay. If it was there, it popped up. But again, it happens very often. So very annoying thing too. But again, if you know what to do with the character, and I think for characters in the future, they really can go off this gimmick-based thing, where really Aizawa's main focus is his triangle. His special really is the main focus, and his binding cloth. Being able to like suppress a character and then allow your Mount Lady to stomp them and allow your Bakugo to beam them while being held captive in a way, which is like the literal translation for it. He's being held captive, whoever you're going against, right? It's a very good character. He is. Again, I just hope that when it comes to characters like this, I hope when Endeavor launches, Endeavor's literally your next character. He's launching in 25 days. They have plenty of time to bug test the character and make sure Aizawa does not happen again on the aspect of, Endeavor. I at least wish that at least they said something like, yeah, we see that his triangle or his special is not activating properly, or his R2 is not activating. But it's been a few days, and they still haven't responded yet. I think it's been 7 days since he's launched, and not a single response in any capacity being, yeah, you know what? That character was poorly designed. We're sorry. We're working on it, and we'll get back to you soon when we get the bug fixes. And, you know, we do understand that his special is not working, and his trigger effect of his R2 is not also working. Again, I'm saying this in console terms, but it's basically his alpha and his special. But again, they still didn't respond yet. They haven't said anything on those aspects. So we all are sitting here like, is he bugged or do he suck? Like, which one is it, right? But again, I will say that the community sentiment is sort of incorrect, being like, oh, he just sucks. He doesn't suck, he's just bugged. That's the best way to say it. I do think that if you know what you're doing with the character, you'll do good. Like, if you get his combos down, yeah, you'll destroy. He has a new combo, which I was learning. I haven't gotten it yet, I'll be honest here. I don't want to, like, act like I have that down, but there is a combo that's a one-shot combo where you can, I think you grab them, you pull them in, then you switch into punches, and then go into your tape, you know, maneuver, and it's weird. I'll try to manage them and then get a video out if I can actually get them all down, but there are so many combos with this character. But again, it's a combo based game too, by the way, if you didn't know that. If anybody's just sitting here thinking R2 spam is the only thing you do, being, again, Bakugo's alpha, no, there is more to the game than that. It is very combo intensive. But again, I do hope in the future when we get into other characters like Endeavor, he is tested properly. He's another character that I have a lot of, like, hope for, because he's a simple Todoroki character. That's what he looks like. In my opinion, he looks similar to Todoroki from what we've seen in details we've heard about him. So I think that you can't really mess up a strike character, can you? Like, their whole purpose is to deal damage. There's no real hardcore gimmick where it's like, oh, if that gimmick misfires, you're all over. It's done. It's dead. It's literally just a firing thing, which is like Bakugo. You can't mess that up, can you, right? Physically, it seems hard in my mind. So I think that with Endeavor, we'll definitely have a fine character to release. But I do see Aizawa, why it happened. It's a kind of intensive character for the gimmick, right? Where it has to proc every single time. That triangle has to work, that special has to activate, and just being hidden behind a mesh, or something happens, or invincibility happens, or something occurs at that point when you activate it, where they just get nothing, right? They're at the point where you activate that block, and they just keep firing at you. They keep doing that. It is a thing that happens a lot, and people just say, no, that's because of lag. If it's because of lag, what the fudge? I'm not lagging that much, all right? I'm not dealing with that much of an issue, and constantly people are just still firing at me. It happens, like, if you were to play, I'm being honest here, 5 matches, in most of those matches, you'll hear or see one issue with it where you're like, damn, that kind of sucks. Again, not saying that every other character in this game is perfect. There are some characters that definitely have bugs, but I think for the first release character, it was just kind of weird. And I do think that he just gets slandered so hard because of that. And I just wonder if they're going to in the future. Let us know when. He's kind of going to need a little bit of a revamp. But again, we are a few days out from actually getting the character release. And they really haven't mentioned anything. They've been releasing kind of useless stuff also, being tips and tricks and stuff like that. While it's like a core aspect of this character being very, very bad. But you know, in the future, I want to see them at least respond a little bit faster and be like, yeah, that's a bug, we're working on it, and we'll get you, you know, soon and let you know what happens. But as of right now, yeah, not really anything here, but I personally give up. I'm not going to try Isawa for a little bit now. I think that I want to wait until he gets his bug fixed, because, God, it's so annoying to play so many matches, and when he doesn't activate, it's like you just sold the whole match just like that. And if you play a few matches a day, you potentially are selling a few matches, man. But let me know what you think.